Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the LCP, aka the Lily Chicago Podcast. All
Yes.
right, I'm joined here by the one and only Mr. 8 Ball, Mr. fucking Wizard Ball of all seeing things and omnipotent and omniscience, Shine himself. And I,
I thought he was presenting himself. Okay, I was like, okay, he's a wizard ball. We got your mama's house in the building.
Yeah,
And we got
Paul in the house, and of course, Rise and Shine. Good to have you back. Be back.
blessed.
It's been like
It's
I don't know,
been,
6 months.
it's been ages. It's been ages.
Yeah, but we're back with the podcast, everybody.
Yes.
I don't know where to start. I can start off by saying the 13th of August, 13 August. We're gonna be right here with Lily Chicago. So we hope to see all of you here. MC's News and
Yes.
Old.
And you're gonna see Daniel drum.
Oh, is Danny gonna drum? No.
I'm not allowed.
We haven't agreed on anything, so I don't really know yet. But I'm
We have
never
all
open for
agreed.
him drumming.
We have all
There has been a
agreed that
consensus. I've read the group chat. They all say keep him away from the drums.
There's no group chat talking about him drumming, or is there?
Yeah,
There is a specific group chat saying don't
Let Daniel
let
drum.
Daniel drum.
yeah.
You can drum at your mama's house.
Yeah, you
Straight
can
up,
drum at
yeah.
your mama's house.
That's what's up, man. We have a lot of things to catch up on right now.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I'm gonna start with the most important thing. They're not like us. They're not like us. So
Must
hip
go
hop
to beat.
was
Damn, it changed.
every hip hop head was reminded that hip hop is and always has been a sport as well as an art form of expression. And
Yeah.
we saw two titans go at it. This is like, for me at least, this was like the battle of the decade. It's for our generation.
For our generation, for sure.
The biggest pop star in the world, and then the GOAT.
Yeah,
The GOAT!
He did it good. He did it
Right,
good.
and 4 tracks, shots fired, hits, buried, dance on the grave.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I'm
That
like,
was- that was-
Euphoria is like warning shot,
Yeah.
and then I call 616 in LA. That's like a shot to the legs, boys crippled, and then it's the
You heard it.
and
Because
then-
now you're
right?
sitting like,
and then it's
I'm
the
not
kill
following.
shot, and then it's the kill shot with Meet the Graham, and then it's basically dancing on his grave with they know
Yeah,
that.
not
That's,
like us.
that's how I felt that one.
Yeah.
I mean, Drake tried to fire back, but he's like, when you get hit and you're wobbling, and then you're just punching the end. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
like Greg didn't know what he was doing. It's like, ah.
yeah, bro, that was
One thing though.
savage.
Like I feel like was it a legit battle? Because I have to say, like I actually saw some clips that many rappers from Atlanta respect Drake's as fuck
Yeah, of course.
because he's a genuine artist that helps lifting up others.
Of course,
He's so big that he shares his platform.
of course.
But like, how good is like a Drake feature?
Not we're gonna get there, right? But we're gonna get there.
Lil Baby.
No, I understand all those things. So we're gonna get where you're going.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that has nothing to do with the competition aspect of it.
My point was
Mm.
that
Go ahead.
my argument was it a legit beef or was it like they called each other and say like Drake's called Kendrick like, hey bro, King, what you doing? You've been sleeping for the last fucking 5 years.
It's only been two. It's only been two since he dropped
Since the Butterfly?
Mr. Morale.
Mr. Morale?
Yeah. It's
I
only
didn't
been
like
two.
Morale, but fuck
Yeah,
it anyway.
That's
No,
crazy.
I didn't like it.
Oh.
But
But I can see that take.
but my point is
You're
that
right.
he called and he said like, "Hey, let's do something real crazy for the whole industry. We diss each other. The greatest goes at it, and you just win in the end. You just drop whatever fire you got on me. Because
I'm with you.
will he get affected
No, I'm
by
with
it?
you. I'm with you.
He would
Brian,
gain.
Do you have thoughts? Because I have thoughts. Do you have thoughts?
I have absolutely not that.
Okay, I got this. Okay, so at some point I was like, yeah, this is the industry. They could orchestrate.
Yeah, they can
whatever they want.
orchestrate whatever.
But here's the thing, though. Remember when Kid was here and we talked about the exact same thing? He did that thing. He did exactly
Yeah,
what
they
you're talking
plotted.
about.
Yeah.
Right? They plotted and then they got the culture going.
Yeah.
Now, let's say they had the phone call and they're talking and they agreed to do that. Right? Put on a great show. first and foremost.
100%.
But as one of the biggest artists in the world, would you really like to be known as a pedophile predator?
Let's say like this, with or without Kendrick saying what he said, bro, Drake is already has that reputation. So like if he says it or not, there's always gonna be a a percentage of people believe in it, and there's always going to be a percentage of people not believe in it. And in the end, he will make money, continue with his tours, and make money and be famous. It won't change. So in the end of the day, he'd be like, you know what? You say whatever you want to say. People will believe whatever he believes.
So it's kind of surreal, the way it happened.
No, it's not surreal. I have full confidence in if it went down, all 100% real like that. I It did, but I wouldn't be surprised if 20, 30 years from now we would find out that this shit was plotted.
Was
But
orchestrated.
It was.
are you sure about that? Well, I guess because
No, I'm not sure.
you have
I
the whole
don't-
thing about like Kendrick putting on, sorry, Drake putting on Kendrick, kind of in a way because he was already blowing up before Kendrick made his big kind of breakthrough. Yeah, he had his big breakthrough, right? We could talk about that.
Who, Drake? We're talking about.
Yeah, Drake being
Drake was
kind of,
huge way
yeah,
before Kendrick.
yeah. That's my point. Like, yeah, you could talk about that, but I think they've been going at each other's throats for years.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
they have.
they
It's a
have- they
time
have-
I
run.
think
they
they have
have.
been throwing subliminals at each. I mean, Drake is the king of just throwing subliminals on a track
Oh, yeah.
when nobody asks him to.
Exactly.
Like nobody wants to hear that.
He does it like unprovoked.
Yeah,
He does
it's
that
like
shit.
Drake be rapping. It's like I like this girl, but China bitch, and then it's like why did
Why
he
did you
just
need
name
to take
drop?
me as an example?
Because I'm Drake, right?
Yeah, because I feel what you're saying, Shine. Because at some point I was like, yo, is this even real? Because the ass whooping was out of this world.
And it was crazy, and I was like, I was expecting almost like shit. I actually talked about this with Young Drake.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, if this shit is real, we're gonna see some East Coast, West Coast, South Side, all this shit going down.
But
I mean, Drake is
that was-
Canadian, so that was never
yeah,
going to happen.
but you mean to say that he still don't got connections in the world? Like,
not
with those
not
kind of,
not as
like,
because Kendrick
not-
made it, and it wasn't a West Coast. Kendrick made it a Canadian American thing. Like you're not from here.
Yeah,
like that.
I heard it.
You know what I'm saying? So so every American feels with Kendrick by default.
And that's why he connected everybody on his fucking
That's what
concert,
I'm
bro.
saying.
That was crazy.
On his
That was fucking
On
respect
his
to
what?
you, Kendrick. On his concert, he
yeah, the
fucking got
Pappa was wild.
all. He got all. Like he got Crips and Bloods
He
and
got the whole-
everything. And
he got the whole West Coast. And I'm like, if the battle was orchestrated, let's say the battle is orchestrated, right? And then it's orchestrated so that Kendrick could unify his city,
Yeah.
like that.
that was a win. That was
Then it's a win for me. Orchestrated or not, it's a win for the culture because we got
100%, 100%.
because the authenticity of it is muy important.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
real. It's really
100%,
important that it's
100%.
real, right? So I'm gonna trust that happened because until somebody proves that it didn't happen like that, right?
100%.
So because if I keep doubting the realness of it, then I'm not having a good time.
No.
No, I'm being serious. Then I'm not having a good time. So I'm gonna assume it's real. But but I feel you on it because the ass whooping was wild.
Yeah.
The tracks that was released, there was just different calibers, bro. Like you hear Euphoria, and it's like, bro's rapping, right? You're
Yeah,
616, he's still rapping, and then Drake came with his push-ups and stuff. And I heard those tracks, but it's just not the same level, bro.
No, but at the same time, you can't compare Drake
No, also-
as Kendrick.
Yeah, you can because Drake is a great lyricist too when he wants to.
Yeah, but in the sense of
But I
hip
think,
hop, you can't say that.
isn't it like stylistically speaking, they're also very different. I feel like the
Yeah.
the
Very-
beats that
very
Drake
different.
hopped on, they are Drake beats,
They're Drake beats.
and they're not necessarily
Yeah.
like accommodating for
Beef.
I don't know, like Kendrick was hopping on some like alternative hip hop stuff produced by The Alchemist, right?
Bro,
that was some
that's
different
like the
shit.
type-
Right,
That was
but
some
like,
so
different
that brings me to
shit.
my next point, right?
That bar rap
Because
like-
it's a sport, but it's also an art form, right?
Yeah.
So who is the better artist
Yeah, yeah.
when it comes
100%.
to actually creating a body of work?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Kendrick just outshines him
Yeah,
artistically.
he did.
Outshines him.
But that brings
Because
me
the
back
beat,
to-
because Meet the Graham is a horror
Yeah,
story,
yeah,
bro. That's
yeah,
a
it is.
horror, bro.
That was
That's a horror movie,
Yeah.
bro.
yeah, but that's my point. But those beats accommodated, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
different.
Yeah.
It's different. We didn't hear Drake on a. Like, I don't want to be devil's
If I would
advocate.
hear-
Like,
No,
it's a very one-sided battle too, you know.
Yeah.
You know what would
Like
be
you
dope?
said, like,
If-
oh, sorry.
No, sorry for me,
No, you-
but I was like, if Drake would take the beats off Kendrick and spit back on that shit, then you would see
Cause that's what I think it was easier before when there weren't that many different subgenres in hip hop in
exactly,
beats. So
exactly.
you kind of have to be on the same beat and let the rapping speak for itself.
Yes,
But
Yeah.
now that things have evolved,
yeah,
it's like you have to pick. Everything has to be strategic,
yeah,
and Kendrick did that.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
and it's also become more about like how can I systematically destroy the character
Mm.
of the artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because ever since the Pusha T thing, it's
Yeah.
so true. Ever since the Pusha T thing, is all being about allegations and like
Yeah.
what kind of like dirt do I have on you that I like nobody else knows that I can bring into the
Yeah,
world.
and then it's
And
obviously
like
how you present that dirt because the way Drake presented the dirt was nice, but Kendrick just outshined that. Like Family Matters
yeah.
came out and
I still think like you can call me an old head all you want, but I still think that the story of Adidon is like probably one of the greatest takedowns of
bro,
Drake in history.
he never passed to that shit, bro.
Yeah, no.
He never did,
Uh,
and that's what
And that's the JCB.
yeah.
crazy,
That is, he was spitting on what, like the 444,
444.
well, the
Yeah, I
444
think
beat.
so.
So
bro.
like that's just glamorous to begin with. Also, just to break that down,
Is that the story of OJ beat?
yeah,
Mm.
and also like JC and
Murder.
Pusha T,
Murder.
right?
Murder.
Right?
Literally. Literally.
It's true. And then when you think about it historically talking,
I'm just gonna say
it's like
recorded.
like
Yeah, but I was like, I don't see the wreck. I was in wreck, but we good.
no, but yeah, like JC being like,
OG did it.
Dude, where he rest?
my favorite thing about OJ Simpson was his Twitter account.
Favorite thing.
Yeah,
That was the first thing. So you got a
Oh,
favorite thing
God.
about Bill Cosby too?
my favorite thing about the Bill Cosby was the show.
Okay, can I just bring it back here?
Yeah.
Is hip hop a sport here?
No,
In Bergen, Norway?
Yeah, Nora Bergen.
Nah, not really. Not
No.
in the sense, but
No. I don't think so.
elaborate.
No, because I'm like, are people competing? Like, who's the best at doing this?
No,
Or
In some sense, yes. In some sense, yes. There's how you say groupations. Can you say that? No, not groupation. I say
there are groups.
there are groups built, created all over in the different genres and categories and this and that, where not necessarily on the surface there is beef between everybody, but subconsciously it's gonna be like, hey, I don't know you, and you don't know me. So even if I fucks with your shit, I'm not gonna collaborate with you. I'm gonna limit my.
But that's
my
different. That's not even beefing. That's just gatekeeping.
yeah,
and then I'm gonna say this when it comes to here, and I'm one of those people, right? You build your own circle of people that you work with, right?
Yeah.
And then you kind of, I especially don't listen to nobody else's music like that.
You know.
So even if it's competition out there, I don't even know what the competition is in that sense.
100%.
And in
I'm
my,
with you on that.
and in my defense as well, in my defense as well, is that there's no bigger platform. I guess ERTV is what that's supposed to be, a bigger
Yeah.
platform where
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
post everybody that
Yeah.
is actually doing the hip hop thing, so everybody
Yeah.
can see each other. But also, I have no idea how to get there, or showcase or whatever. So,
Oh, yes, what's happening? Like Little Chicago's been around for like what 1.5
oh, you know the
years?
guy?
I don't know him, but like we had a thing where I pointed out some.
What kind of thing?
That came out wrong. No, we didn't have. No. He cool guy. Like I respect him for what he does with the culture and everything and this and that. But he was posting the ELTV was started to post this thing about artists doing freestyles, and it was pre-written bars. They were recording a video and this and that and doing that, and what it was dope. It was dope. But I pointed out in the comment section, I was like, is that really 100% freestyle? Because we both knew that it was not. And then he came with history, like, oh, freestyle is this and this and that.
Yeah,
It's
can we actually
pre-written.
can we just define for everybody,
And-
including me, what you mean when you say freestyle?
When I say freestyle, I mean literally on top of the dome, which was the originally created thing that went back from the 40s, 50s,
Yeah,
even before
and I
that.
don't mind that, right?
No.
But can we agree that a lot of people that go on to a radio show or podcast show and they're gonna spit some bars
Pre-written.
pre-written,
Yeah.
right? Should we call the pre-written something else?
No.
It should be called. Yes. Are you crazy?
Discuss.
Yeah, I'm gonna say for a fact, it took me years to develop the confidence and the skills in order to be able to do what I do on a little Chicago. So I'd be damned if somebody comes in with pre-written bars and claim that to be fucking freestyle. But it's not right. It's not right to the culture of freestyle. Like I know for a fact that many people in their graves of the original greats would be mad if they would hear people of today say, "Oh, I'm freestyling." No, you're not. That's not on top of the dome. You're claiming some shit that you're not, and you would be checked in a second if that would be a reality. But please come with your argument for why you feel not.
I just think like well, things are changing. The landscape is changing, and nowadays there is not necessarily that much of a demand for people to freestyle off the top of the dome.
But isn't that like a little bit we're creating
But
that
it's
not
also
like
like,
us?
well, like I guess I don't know, but like most people sit down and write,
Yeah,
right? And some people hear a beat and they write to it,
yeah.
and they finish it in 5 minutes,
100%.
and I would call that a freestyle because if they're doing it at in the moment too.
I get what you mean, but in the moment of being on stage, if I rap
What's
on top of the dome, or if I'm on a radio show where I rap on top of the dome,
There's a
it's not.
performance
It's
aspect to freestyling, but I think what we're creating here at Little Chicago is more of what you call a cipher. It, it's more of a cipher thing.
Because
If
that brings me to my next point, right? Because you got ciphers as well, and cipher is written, and I wanna.
But cipher can be both. Can't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, I don't mind
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But all I'm trying to say is, if we're gonna call something for something, that we have to agree on what that something is.
Yeah, but
So
100%.
so I get where Sean is coming from, and I get where you're coming from.
Mm.
So, and I think it's very important that we highlight those differences so that people know what's up.
Yeah.
Now, which approach are we going to keep on taking on the different things? Because I don't mind either. You know what I'm saying?
I guess they'll see on the 13th.
That's
Yeah.
right. On the
On
13th
the
of August,
13th.
we're back right here,
At Pappa Bar,
Mike's
best place in
holding,
town.
rapping, freestyling, free riding.
Free riding, free
And
ride.
freeloading the food.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
free food and everything.
definitely.
So
Freeloading
that's
the
what's
food.
about.
No, but those are really important points.
It is.
You both make, and
Uh,
and the landscape is evolving, and and freestyling is a skill an MC has,
Yeah.
And if we're gonna have a platform for freestyling, then people should know that that's what's happening right here, and it's way harder than writing something
It is.
pre-written.
It
But
is.
at the same time, I feel like hip hop, at least where we're at, uh, and hip hop in general, there's no structure in things because it's all about freedom. So there's no structure in things. Like hip hop is like one umbrella term for a lot of things now.
Mm.
Like if you look at rock, right, you got alternative, and all of those are catered to when it comes to be integrated in the mainstream industries, right? When you go to a what do you call it? When you go to a billboard list, they have rock, they have punk, they have different subgenres
Exactly.
represented there. But then you only have rap or hip hop.
Yes.
Doesn't
Yes.
that?
And
Sometimes
that's
they
wrong
even call
because
it
you
that.
have pop.
But that's what I'm trying to say,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, 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 yeah.
They don't even
That's-
call it like they don't even call it hip hop. They call it like, which is a terrible term. They call it urban music.
Yeah, which
Yeah,
is crazy.
it's
and
crazy,
then and then they also, because it's not just hip hop and rap, right? They lump in there a lot of R&B, contemporary R&B,
and everything,
and,
it's
and
just
everything in
everything.
between.
Like
So,
if you listen to
Yeah,
this
and
Ice
that's
Spice and what is it, Sexy Red and this
I like that
shit,
shit.
get the fuck out of here.
I don't listen to music, I wouldn't know. But what I'm trying to say is
Are you serious?
I do, yeah. I think it's funny.
You like the old school original hip hop, and you come here and say on camera that you like Sexy
Well,
Red.
but I like Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. I like that stuff. I like Slick Rick, but I can also like Sexy Red. That's the cool thing about being a hip hop head. You can like anything.
Of course,
you
you can
want.
like. I'm not. Yeah, I am judging, but fuck.
my
you
point.
like, you like.
My point is, since the bigger audience don't treat hip hop in that way,
Yeah.
it ends up becoming we all end up being lumped, and why
Yes,
there's
yes.
different definitions
Yes.
of things we're doing,
Yes.
because nobody has taken it up on themselves to do that. And I guess that's also done purposely, because then it's just a lot of confusion, and then you can keep people in check over there, because if you branch out the genres, then suddenly you have to cater to a bunch of different things, which is
You
what
know, it reminds me a lot of like what happens to what's been happening to jazz festivals as of late.
yeah, what because
Because
I'm not just
like sometimes like when you go to the Montreux like jazz festival, you see the lineup, and then you're expecting cats. You're thinking, oh, I don't know. Well, like they're not alive anymore, but like be like Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers are playing,
Yeah.
or what is it like Jonathan Blake is playing, or Brad Meldau is playing like the jazz
I have
acts.
no idea.
yeah, but that's fine. But
And then
the
suddenly you
point,
see like Dua Lipa's also playing.
yeah,
And
which is
it's
fine.
and it's called a jazz festival, right? Which
Yeah,
is a little odd. Or like I don't know,
Oh, you know what?
a rapper with a band,
Yeah.
right? Because they're playing with a band suddenly. So
Yeah.
like what's the name of that? There's this British guy that plays with Richard Spaving on drums. I don't remember what his name. I think it's Loyal something, but he's really good. Anyways, he played with a band. He get a spot at a jazz festival. He played there, right? Like and it's like weird.
but are they playing jazz though?
But also, you have to
But like,
understand that
but
today,
is hip hop jazz?
yeah,
Or
but
is hip hop its own thing?
No, hip
hip
hop
hop
has jazz
has
in
jazz
it.
in it. Yeah,
But that-
that's the
but it's not-
beautiful part about hip hop.
Yeah, I don't mind
It
that,
has
but
everything.
but where he's coming from, I get that, because it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's not jazz, it's
No,
hip
no.
hop. And
Suddenly, it's not a purist
yeah,
like
Jazz. No, I understand what you mean. I understand.
jazz like venue,
no, I
right?
understand what you're
But
coming
let's say like this: it's also a strategic move when they do like that.
Oh yeah, no,
But,
obviously it's for
yeah,
marketing,
but
right?
it's,
But I feel like the same logic can apply to people that lump a bunch of things into one thing because there is
yeah,
an
but
overlap.
yeah,
People
true,
that like
true.
R&B
Yeah.
tend to like hip hop.
Yeah.
They're not hip hop.
The thing about
adjacent.
hip hop is so versatile because it takes in everything,
Yeah,
right? And
it
that's
is. And it comes from
yeah,
it.
and that's what I'm saying. That's the problem with hip hop right now, because not a problem. That's the challenge really, because since it takes in everything, it has created a bunch of subgenres that we don't actually acknowledge exist and actually make.
But do we really need to categorize anything?
We
Everything?
don't have to, but
Not everything, but
but it
at
makes
least-
it
but-
makes it harder to define things like freestyles.
Let's say exactly. Let's say like this: we don't need to come up with 100 subgenres and this and that for whatever. But in the sense of when it comes to freestyle on top of the dome, and so on a show, and to come with pre-written bars, like if you come with a rehearsed act that you've done 100 times before,
Oh yeah, that's lame.
it's very easy for you to create the vibe and everything. You know how to maneuver, and you know
Because you know it in and out.
exactly.
Yeah.
Compared to when you go up and you just freestyle on top of the dome, and all of a sudden you in the zone and you creating the most beautiful vibe ever, genuinely on spot.
Right.
And all of a sudden, like for me, it's just like as you always say, give credits to where credits due. That's how I say. And I feel like, as you said, I don't have no problem with people coming with whatever they want to come with on Little Chicago, but don't highlight your shit as a freestyle if it's not. That's it. I like that. Own what you're doing. Own what you're doing. That's 100%. Don't fake it and say, yeah, that was freestyle. Don't. Yes, don't. That's respect to the game.
That's
to the
true.
artist.
But that's just like an attitude problem, right? About people that don't know where they're at. I
Yeah,
guess
maybe. Yeah, maybe.
you know
Maybe
more
a
than that
little, yeah.
because I could come with a pre-written thing and spit,
And
and
you
then
would own it.
I would own it. I wouldn't walk around saying that was at the top of the dome. I wouldn't try to compete with people that are trying to do it, that are doing it off the top of the dome, and I'm catching that because that also has a sound, right? You can hear when something is rehearsed.
You can.
And
you can
so-
rehear, and
and you can
hear
definitely
what's,
hear when it's like
some
in the
freestyle.
moment.
Yeah. It's just the.
So
Yeah.
there is a difference there.
It is.
I guess I think it's just an attitude thing, but it also comes back to like because he was talking about hip hop being a sport,
Yeah.
right? And there is a competitive aspect to hip hop, in
Especially
essence,
freestyle in a sense.
especially freestyling and the culture there. We have the whole battle rap scene that we haven't even touched on, and also you brought up the whole thing about this channel that highlights people that are doing in Norway, right? That are like rapping and stuff.
Yeah.
But most of the rapping that happens here at Little Chicago is in English. And I feel like that also makes it difficult for us to kind of branch out in that way. I mean, even the podcast is in English, right?
Yeah,
But we're in Norway. And like most battle rappers, that are most of them are from Oslo, anyways. but they rap in Norwegian, right?
Yeah.
And we don't have that many rappers that do the rapping
Yeah.
in Norwegian. I mean, we have Pocos. Paul is very versatile.
Yeah.
We have Joachim, right?
Yeah.
Like, but
For me, I love
there are
doing
a handful.
Swedish, but I'm trying to move away from that box because I wanna like come into the vibe of being understood. Like I love doing Swedish, and the things that I do on Swedish, if you would understand,
That
I
probably way
it's
crazy.
very
Because
crazy.
you're comfortable, right? Because
Yeah,
it's
it's
your mother
comfortable.
tongue.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's all about developing and challenging ourselves.
And you're also making a show for people, and we have an international audience, right?
Yeah, exactly.
A lot
So
of people
we
that
need to-
frequent that go these places. The venue dictates the way the show is
Yeah.
shaped because we are making something.
Yeah.
We're making a product for the people that come here,
Yeah, 100%.
and most of the people that come here happen to be.
Yeah.
It's an international
Yeah.
crowd, so we have to make it
Yeah,
international.
100%. So yeah, that was beautiful. From one thing to another. Pappa Bar had its 4 years anniversary. Shout
Yeah,
out to
yeah.
Pappa.
Shout out
It's
to Pappa
going
Bar.
good. It's going great. It's building. It's growing, and it's a beautiful place to be. If you haven't been here, step by it. They have
Pull up.
yes, and actually, when they had that 4 years anniversary, they flew over two very great Swedish. No, sorry, three very great Swedish artists. Sykes and Essa Sham and Nano. Very
Yeah.
talented guys. They were here, and it was just beautiful because the DJ Piano, he was like DJ B Jackson. He was playing music, and he's like shouting as he always does. Shine, shine, wish got shine in the building. Ready to take that mic. I was like, oh, bro. I just stepped into the room, but it was a beautiful vibe. I got to vibe on Swedish with Essa Sham and Sykes.
Nice.
It was beautiful. And also to come back to the vibe of doing Swedish with Swedish people
Yeah.
who can understand what you're saying was just, oh,
You're home.
I felt heard. You know, I felt understood.
Yeah, you're home. You're home.
Yeah, I was
right?
home. Yeah, 100%.
That's good.
100%. So it was beautiful. It was
That's
very-
100%. That's a good feeling.
It was a good feeling. I haven't been on that many open stages or open mics in Sweden, but the ones that I've been, I've killed, and it's been so beautiful because it's on my own language. And,
But there is something to that, right? Like like your mother tongue is the language that you first established that connection
it's
to.
natural. It's natural. Like I can play with words way differently, and the whole segment of it differently compared to English. But yet again, Little Chicago is about challenge. I don't want to box myself into only knowing one thing. I don't want anybody of us or anybody in the crowd or MCs doing that.
Yeah, 'cause
it's
I
all about
actually-
development.
Because I actually release music in both English and Norwegian, and
Yes, you do.
yeah, and I'm dropping a bunch of Norwegian tracks at some point. But
Have you done a Congolese song?
no, but I have a bunch of Congolese. I have my Congolese in rhythm, and then my poetry is in either English or
Yeah. I can understand
or-
that. And
yeah,
it's
right. So
naturally-
yeah, because
naturally.
I'm still in Norway, and
Yeah.
this is where my crowd is. So,
Yeah.
but the rhythm is always gonna be
Yeah.
Congolese somehow. That's
Yeah.
why when you listen to my song, it's like waistline.
Yeah.
When I go,
Yeah.
right. So it's all about those things. But I've been thinking. You made a great point. I think Daniel made a great point about us not being able to connect with the other platforms in Norwegian, mainly because we focus on our international approach.
Yeah.
And I think that's something to consider at some point. Make an edition where we try to invite more Norwegian rappers, because there are a bunch of Norwegian MCs.
So
in the
many,
scene.
it's crazy.
Yeah, and-
they still hide it. They know about Little Chicago.
Yeah, the whole city knows about
it's
Little
like-
But it
Chicago.
has to be. But it has to be intimidating to come in as a guy that only raps
Yeah,
in Norwegian.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because they all put these expectations on themselves
Yeah.
that they need to do what we do.
No, of course.
That's the problem.
That's the
Instead of
thing.
just you saw this last guy we had, Mac Miller. This guy that looked like Mac Miller.
Well, I don't think he does. He did, but
Yeah,
I get what
Kind
you're
of
saying.
like okay, it was only the eyes.
But that's true. He came there. It was his first time. He killed it. And he did it in Norwegian.
He did it in Norwegian, and it was just like that's what it's all about. Like
Yeah.
step outside the box and don't care about what you think people will think, because people don't think shit. They just
No.
want the vibe.
Yeah, and it's all about pulling up, right? Because everybody that comes here is like, oh my god.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every single one. Because And that's why I love. That's why I love doing it here, and I love the time we're taking to just building it gradually because I get like one friend that comes that is new, and they've been talking about coming for a long time, and then they finally come and experience it, and then like they're like in awe of what's happening, and they're like, "Yo, I don't even rock and I wanted to grab the mic because it's all about just putting yourself in that situation."
Yes.
And
Comfortable.
besides Little Chicago, we got like the juke joint, which is like a new spin on Pablo's juke joint that is coming, where people are gonna have like jam sessions and stuff as well.
But you need to highlight that that's mainly a venue for local artists to play. So they it's mostly just either you have the concerts
That's
first
very
and then they
different, yeah.
open.
Yeah, no,
So the setup is totally
That's not a
different.
new thing.
no, but they've rebranded it from Pablo's juke joint.
Yeah,
to
to
just
juke
juke
joint.
joint.
Yeah, that's
My
true.
point with that is,
That's true.
there are different type of stages one can go to experience different type of things,
Yes.
and then just get the what do you call it? Get the confidence
Yes.
to come and do that
Yes,
here because
and
I
build
didn't
up.
start at Little Chicago at all. I
No.
started at Pablo's Juke Joint back in
Yes.
the day on the jam session,
Same here.
right? And that's way more intimidating because there you have a bunch of musicians that really know their craft and they're doing what they're
yes.
really good at.
Also
Yes.
they don't play hip hop. It's not a
Not
hip
at
hop
all.
venue at all.
They
Right?
don't.
Wait, and then
And you go to a cold, hard rock audience,
Yeah.
and you come with hip hop, but still,
But that's,
you felt the love.
bro. My point is right. Is you can go to a place like that, and I guess that's just me personally. But you go to a place like that, and expectations are high for you to deliver something. But then it's actually the opposite.
Yes.
They don't. They don't actually have any expectation of what rap should sound like. So you get the opportunity to actually just be yourself
Yes.
and whatever you want.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's unique for them.
And it's unique. And it's unique to hear that. So what I'm trying to say to people is get outside.
Yes.
Like I'm not forcing people to only come and check out Little Chicago. No. Go to new industry, check out that.
Yes.
Go to Private Juke Joint,
Yes.
check out that. Go to every other. Just go outside and experience culture because because what I've realized is a lot of people are not letting themselves experience a bunch of stuff that is happening in the city, including me. I don't go out on a bunch of stuff either, right? But you grow so much on doing exactly that. You grow so much, even if you're just a spectator. But if you are an artist, if you're an MC, you should go out not only to support, but actually enrich yourself.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And it will make it easier to step on these stages.
Yes. Yes.
Because we try to bring people together.
Yes.
That's the most important part, and then
100%.
make people experience what it is
100%.
that we're doing. Hip hop is the biggest genre in the world, yet we don't see a lot of people come here, and that's simply because they don't know. You know,
I think they do know. It's
No,
just
they don't
that
know how
they
they
put
don't
so
know.
much.
They don't know how it feels.
Oh, okay, yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm
But-
saying?
but-
Because one thing is seeing the videos we put out, and then another thing is being here in
Yeah,
the room with
100%.
us.
And last time was very fun too because like we had this like little bit more unity between us.
That's true. We're trying new things, like right, like that's an important
So
thing to
was
bring up.
beautiful. It was beautiful to have that structure.
We have a more
was
structured
beautiful.
show.
Yeah, because we have a collective now.
It was about, now we have so many MCs
after
and
a
I'm so
year.
happy about it. Like Sammy, JT,
Marcus,
Shannon, Marcus,
Maria,
us,
Banel.
Banel, and who more? Tumo,
Two more
Kid,
Kid, yeah.
who more?
That's
it's
already
just-
like
it's
10. That's already like 10 MCs.
Yes, and it's just
Six.
like it's just like wow, shit, and we both all know that there's so many more in this.
Yeah, there's so many more.
Like-
But we
like-
spent a year and we got like, let's say for a year we got like every other
Yeah,
month we got
so
a new
many,
one,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
100%,
we're like
100%.
10. So in
100%.
12
Why is more?
yeah, 12 months we've been picking up like one MC each month. So that's a good ratio when it comes to
Yeah.
this stuff. And I believe
13
August.
August.
Yeah, 13,
Papa,
13 of
Next little
August.
Chicago.
Yeah,
That's what's
and yeah, what else should we touch on, man? I think I would love to just fine tune what it is that we have right now.
Yeah.
Going on with more because what we want to do as well is have MC nights where any MC can just come and just vibe with us because Lily Chicago is when we showcase our skill sets and stuff.
yeah.
But we're also starting vibing out just amongst us MCs.
Yeah,
if the
yeah.
band want to join, that's
Just
cool too.
connecting.
Just connecting. Come there with the mic is there. You just do whatever you want to do. and
having fun and getting
and having fun and getting to know each
uh,
other, because that's a really nice aspect
approach. Yeah,
approach
and,
as well, because we don't know each other just
no.
by pulling up once a month, you know.
And that can be the scary part for newcomers, because
Yeah.
when you step into a room and see Daniel spitting on the mic, or you with that confidence that you guys have, it can be very imitating for a new person. So when you get to meet this person outside
Mm.
and getting to know them, and yes, connecting, as you said,
Yeah, so
like it's you get away from that awkwardness and that
yeah,
fear
there's not
that you
people
build
that
up in your
looking
head.
at you expecting you to do anything, right?
No.
So definitely some MC nights, either here
Yes.
at Papa or at a studio somewhere.
Yeah.
We have a little group. We're gonna start inviting more people in the group.
Yeah.
And when that time arrives as well, and we're entering a new semester
Yeah.
after summer. So definitely gonna build on what we've already been doing, and
Back on the 13th.
back on the
Back on the
13th.
13th. Yeah.
No, it's not a Friday,
Yes.
so you're good.
Yeah.
It's a Tuesday actually, and yeah, and Little Chicago was at New Industry as well,
Yeah.
doing its thing there.
Two times.
Two
Yeah.
times.
Two times. Two times. Yeah. I wasn't there on the first time, but two times it has happened.
When was the first time?
Before me. I think that was because kid asked me.
No, no, I just think JT and Static had a song.
No, you had. Okay, maybe that was
Yeah.
because I remember.
No, we didn't.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
because there was something in the middle.
Yeah, but it was
wasn't
just
the-
JT and
the-
Static.
Oh, I thought
Static was on the lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the first time that happened, and I liked it that we can take it outside somewhere and just bring the same vibes.
Yeah.
Because
We link in like I and then we can come back to this shit with the competition and shit like that. I don't like competition.
collaboration.
The collaboration is what it's all about, because we live in a world with too much demand and possibilities, and it's just a waste of time if we're gonna spend it on locking ourselves away from everybody else because we think we're some special. I love collaborating with new industry. Kid was respectfully asking and this and that. I was like, of course, and I've asked him for
Yeah,
collaborating.
people confuse because the main way people the main conflict is always money wise, right? Because I think we can collab and then
Or like gain wise,
yeah,
like, or
that's what I'm saying. Gain wise,
yeah, like
gain wise.
why
Let me
would
say
I
gain
give that
wise.
for you?
So
And I would
gain wise is
do this,
how
like,
people tend to compete. When I say
Yeah.
competition, I mean we can compete artistically.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's healthy.
That's healthy. That's
healthy.
good. That's evolution.
But people don't think don't look at it that way. And,
No.
And I think that's a bit unhealthy because
It is.
it's actually we actually gain more by collaborating.
Yes.
And we
every
gain more by
aspect, yes.
collaborating
Yes.
and then competing artistically.
Yeah.
Because competing artistically, you do your thing, I do my thing,
Yeah.
and
100%.
and then whoever has there's not gonna be a best thing.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
going to be a better thing.
There's not gonna be a best thing because I can't do what you do.
No.
Regardless if I try.
100%.
I can't do what you do,
100%.
and that's the beauty of it.
Nobody can.
But I can,
like, Daniel.
but I can make sure you are at your best. You know what I'm saying? I can make sure you bring the best because you know me.
Why you look so dead in the face? What?
Me?
Yeah.
No, it's just this is a serious episode.
Okay.
No. Let's keep it that way. I love when I love when he's
Yeah,
like
but
that.
I love hearing him talk.
You're gonna regret saying that.
You met somebody.
You're gonna. Oh my god.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, we can't speak about it.
Well, like we
Are you
could, but it's
ashamed
like
of him?
weird. No, I'm not ashamed of the person I'm.
He couldn't define. It was too awkward to define the sex.
It is. Yeah, no, it's not.
So it's a mix.
It's like you know, like
I
the
know
hot.
that.
It's
I
like
wanna
hot
know
chip. It's
about
like the
it.
hot chip mix.
Shit, mix.
Yeah, the hot chip. You ever heard about this?
No.
No, I have not.
No,
No, it's like a curated like collection of tracks by Hot Chip.
Yeah, so
He's
it's
a
like a
DJ.
mixture of.
So you get everything from Calypso to like Beast Marquee.
And from
You know what I'm
Backstreet
saying?
Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's some.
Think about it that way.
Like, are you guys serious or it's like?
No, I don't think so. I don't know what it is yet.
If this person is watching this now, it's gonna be fucked up.
That is fine. That's okay.
The person, I mean,
Well, it's all about transparency, right? Isn't that an important thing?
Yeah, but
Also,
like,
when you're an artist, right? Like you have to be vulnerable and be able to kind of like put your true feelings out there. You know, be a little bit mask off.
Yeah, a little bit mask
And and you say how it is. It's just like right now I'm really not feeling like you know what I mean. Like right now I don't know where we are. Like that vulnerable. That's important.
Cool.
Communication is key.
That's no
Eyes
joke.
wide shut.
That's no joke. That's how it is.
no, I'm with you.
How was it for you?
Me?
Because last time I commented one of your pictures, I thought you had a wife.
Yeah, everybody thought so, and I
That's some
mean,
serious shit.
yeah, I was gonna try and ignore it and be like, and just keep the suspense up, but it wouldn't work because people were like, real friends of mine were like, "Oh my god, congratulations!" I'm like, "Oh, no."
That was actually what I saw in the comments. I was like, "So, congratulations!"
Yeah, and I was like, because I was like, "How long can I keep this going?" Then I was like, "No, I can't keep it going because people actually do believe." But I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't get married in secret.
I mean, yeah, but that's not what I mean. I wouldn't post my. I wouldn't just post my engagement up and then say I'm not engaged. I would like, yeah, I'm engaged, guys.
Yeah.
I would say that. I wouldn't.
Yeah, right. That's a weird move, I guess.
Yeah, to put the pictures up and then not say anything.
Yeah.
That's why.
All for trolling.
But I did pick the pictures the way I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean I did that.
That's a cover art for one of your.
Not even. Those were just fire pictures.
It was actually very fire.
Yeah, those were just fire pictures. And then I was like, because I know how it looked. It looked really nice.
You looked afterwards. You're like, damn, it actually does look like.
No, bro. I've been looking at those pictures for a while. So when I picked those 3 out of many, I was like, yeah, it looks like that. But then I was like, no, there's no way people are confusing this.
I you know the way I read it when I saw the post was just like, oh, he's like featuring an R&B artist or like
Yeah,
he's
something
featuring
like that.
another like rapper singer person.
Yeah, it was just a collaboration because she has a clothing brand.
What's her name? Shout her out.
Yeah, shout her out.
I'm gonna shout out her brand, which is Become.
Become.
So check out Become on Instagram. She makes fire clothing and stuff. And,
Become on Instagram.
Are you rocking any of the Become stuff?
Not yet.
Not yet. No.
But
Is it on the works?
hopefully I'll get to rock some next year.
Is it unisex?
How does it work? Yeah. What type of brand is it? What is it? What does it appeal?
It's a lot of traditional African patterns.
Cool.
A lot of colors, and then a lot of jewelry, accessories.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff I like. But I haven't worn anything of hers yet. The dress she wore, she made in the picture that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You can go check out my profile and look at the picture where I'm looking like I just got married. Photo shoot. And you'll see. But she's amazing. Yeah. So where were we before we talk? Oh, my situation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, man, I'm healing, which is nice.
That's good.
And
it's important to heal before really entering anything.
Yeah, it's really important to heal. And I guess I'm just taking my time.
I
don't know what that was.
I don't know either.
But yeah, so I'm just healing, man. And bro, I'm a look.
What are you doing? Picking up notes and shit?
He's being funny, bro.
I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna see the video say about the man picking his nose and then he does like this.
Bro, he knows you don't know what you. Oh my, Daniel, I really like you for that.
I miss you guys. I miss
But like,
this.
continue with your thing.
It's fine.
Yes, but it's good because now you are
healing.
Is there a special?
Oh my God,
healing?
This is healing.
We're doing.
I'm reconnecting with a father figure right here. I haven't seen this man. I thought I could only see you in pictures.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you were real. And then suddenly he walked in and he had like a Iron Man leg.
That was crazy.
It was like Jarvis.
I was gone for a long time.
Jarvis, I will.
But I'm so fucking happy from one thing to another. I had a surgery, so I was gone for
the longest
3 episodes, 4
episodes.
No, sorry,
like
the episodes. Chicago.
By the way, the episodes are supposed to be weekly.
Nah. I will change that. That was a hype. That was a build-up. Now we're gonna try to keep it once a month. So it's gonna be a little bit more exclusive.
Monthly, yeah.
But the channel is
That's how
up
I
and
like
running. Little Chicago podcast is up
Yeah,
and running. Like we had
Little
over
Chicago podcast on
Bro. Instagram.
Instagram,
YouTube, bro, that was some
Uh,
serious. I think we gotta get that shit up on Spotify.
yeah, and
The full clips.
have clips on TikTok and
We
stuff.
should have
That
AI
wouldn't be
Joe
stupid.
Joe
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rogan.
exactly.
because I think Daniel volunteered to be the TikTok responsible
Yeah,
for the
you
podcast,
did.
so that's
You
cool.
did.
Did I do that?
Yeah, I felt
You
That's
did.
crazy.
you're
I've
gonna
never
handle
had a TikTok account in my life.
And that's beautiful. Then you're perfect
That
for
you're
your job.
perfect for. Like you don't know what to expect.
World healing. Isn't that good?
Yeah,
That's
it's
wonderful.
good. Yeah.
You
But
heard that?
that was a
healing.
sign. That was a sign. That was the gods
Yeah,
telling you that you need to take
Dude,
TikTok.
let's talk about something fun.
We're talking about beef in hip hop. That's very fun.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
talk
there
about
too.
something fun. Trump getting shot.
That's crazy. I don't
It's
want to
not
talk
hip hop.
about that.
It's not.
But
Did you see the clip? Did you see the
With-
clip
with,
when they
uh,
put in the 50 Cent videos? Minute Man.
And I think 50 Cent had I think 50 Cent performed with with the album cover for where that song is from, and had Trump's face on. Wow.
Yeah.
Great.
But 50 Cent is laughing about it. He's like that.
Yeah, Trump got shot. He lived, and then now Many Men is what is his
Number
anthem.
one. Yeah, and that song is just
It's trending again,
Trending again,
which is
yeah.
nice for 50. I've seen 50 twice.
100%.
It's fire performances.
Yeah, what are some of your favorite acts that you've gone to see live?
Ooh.
They don't have to be hip hop acts.
No, I got a list. Can I go? What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got Kendrick, J. Cole, 50 Cent, Kanye West,
Seen some people. That's
and Timbuktu.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's the high five.
Timbuktu also respect.
Yeah.
I can imagine
That was the
Timbuktu
same
was
concert as Kanye because
I can imagine
he warmed
Timbuktu
up
very
and
dope.
Las Vaula warmed up.
Oh, it's a crazy lineup.
That's
Bro, it was crazy. It was
Yeah.
Lost, Timbuktu, Kanye.
Oh, what the?
man.
Yeah, obviously Loggy was there too. Dude, that was a dream come true. I was 17.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
great.
Yeah,
17, bro.
You get to see.
38.
Yeah, Gears, shout out to Gearson and all of them. Lars, shout out to Lars.
You should come here.
Right.
You should come here. The whole.
To bring
I've
some-
actually talked to Gerson and all of them. I said like, come by. Like,
Yeah, because they're doing
Everybody
Famti Setien is doing a bunch of events for the youth. Shout out to them. I'm gonna pull up at their events on this 26th or something.
we should
July.
invite the whole NM.
Yeah, we should.
We don't
At
have-
least-
When is the next industry?
New industry is the 6th of September.
Okay.
6th of September.
Yeah, that's the next industry.
Bro,
Have you
you're
guys? Have you
joking?
guys?
What do you mean? What?
Are you for real? I'm having an event,
At the 6th?
bro.
Where? When? Where?
Having a concert? What's up?
Where?
Not me personally,
But-
but yeah,
Papa?
yeah, I'm flying in artists here from Stavanger.
Yeah, you should have talked to Kid, bro.
Why didn't he talk to me?
But I don't know. Just let's talk to each other. I have nothing to do with the plan.
Now the confusion
You need
gets
to
here.
understand
Now,
that you're the face of new industry when you're here on the.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm literally the face, but
That's crazy.
they don't tell me shit.
I,
You should have told me too. You didn't tell me either.
Who are you
I
finding
was a-
from Stavanger?
I can't say it right now. We can say it off camera, but yeah, it's some really dope artists.
Yeah, but you should have told me. You
Four,
didn't tell me
three,
nothing.
4 artists, really dope
You
ones.
didn't tell me.
3 artists?
3, 4
You
artists.
didn't tell me.
So, for sure, you know.
That's not you.
Why didn't you tell me?
No, you didn't tell me you were doing a concert thing. Because your industry is like a monthly or something thing, so you know that was
Yeah,
gonna
but
happen.
sometimes then also you have this break. One,
Yeah, and
Be like
those are
one-
fine. I feel you with those, but if you're having something, you should have told me.
Alright, fuck it.
This is the
It
first I
what
hear
it
of
is.
it.
Are you
But-
performing with these artists?
No. It's
Do I know them? Probably.
Yeah,
Ooh.
probably. It's big ones. Yeah.
Papa?
Here.
Oh, is it gonna be a Papa?
Yeah. It's
Oh,
yeah.
it's not cool.
Yeah. But it's
Why?
It is what it is. Fuck it. It's gonna be dope.
Yeah, it's good, bro.
How you guys get it?
Huh?
You got it?
Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't know.
That-
don't
I was
know.
gonna-
I don't know.
yeah.
I'm not involved in
Okay,
planning.
from now on, kid, you and me, since
Yeah,
we're this
you
big,
guys talk.
we need to talk before we do these moves. That's
Yeah,
exactly.
So you don't have a lineup ready? You don't know exactly.
No,
he knows.
The only
No.
thing I know is that every new industry, childish behavior opens the shop.
That's
That's as far as
Your involvement.
I'm involved.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
yeah.
That was not. It just doesn't look that way.
Yeah, it doesn't because I am passionate about what I do, so I want to hype everything up and I want to support.
Yeah. No. Of
I want to
course.
make it the best it is, just as I do here at Papa's and Lily Chicago. right? So, but as far as planning goes, I'm not involved. As far as booking artists, I'm involved in some sense. I can pitch in who I want to see and stuff, and then. But as far as planning goes, I don't decide dates.
Yeah. I have to say, on the last new industry with Rohat,
Mm.
damn, he gets it. I've been following that guy for a while, and his voice is just incredible.
Bro, he's really good at what he does.
He's very good at what he does. And
Shout out to Royal.
Shout out to Rohat. I actually talked to him. I wanted to book him, but time will tell.
Time will tell.
Are you also booking agents?
I actually came into the vibe of, because I have the natural gift of promoting, uplifting, connecting, networking, and this and that. So it was just a natural transition for me to take the leap of faith of being like, okay, maybe I can actually do something.
Yeah.
Yet again, no competition, no exclusion of this and that, only inclusion and evolution together.
But
because-
it's booking artists for this venue for Papas. Is that what
no,
you're
no,
saying?
no. I have my own.
You have
But
your
of
own.
course, I have my. I want to, in some sense.
But you
try to-
collaborate with different venues across town. How does that?
That's the plan.
All right. That's good.
I just took a leap of faith now to see. Okay, let's try this out, because actually
right.
this
Okay, I get it.
this manager talked to me and said like, hey, I want to do something on Little Chicago.
Mm.
I was like, all right, let's do it. Who is the artist? And he's like, I got 4 for you, 3 or 4 of you. I was like, we can't do that, because the timing of everything, we have Little Chicago and this and that, and then all of a sudden we're gonna have on the same night 4 artists. Doesn't work like that, because then we're gonna be
Yeah, because I've been approached to people want to do stuff at
Yeah.
Little Chicago as
Yeah.
well, and I just told them Little Chicago is not a scene for that.
But it could be if we have one main
No.
artist for 3 songs, just to
Yeah, that's
build
what
everything up
that's
together
what,
as we've done before.
yeah,
with,
that's
like,
what
Action
that's
Man
what David
and
wanted to do. That's what David and them wanted.
I don't have a problem with that. I talked to actually,
But is this gonna be on a Tuesday or a weekend?
no, this is on
Yeah.
on 6.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
The date's been confirmed.
Yeah, the date is confirmed. So it's booked. That was fucked up. That was a slap in the face, but it's okay. It's no problem. We have different audience in the same sense, to some certain degree. So it's not a. It was a little sad, but that's a lesson learned for
Yeah,
next
just
time.
need to communicate.
Yeah, that's a lesson learned.
On September 6th, Dr. Fletch is performing at the New Industry in Bergen.
Yeah, no, but it is what it is. But when it comes to this, yeah, I felt like it was just a natural transition for me to take that leap of faith, and it's just something that I try out. I don't know what it's gonna become, but I feel that I have that natural gift of becoming like a booking agency or a manager, and all that mixed together, and just creating events.
No, but that's cool. That's
Yeah,
cool. That's
that's-
awesome. Like let's see where it goes, right?
Yeah, let's
Let's
see.
go.
Yeah, go
Happy. Yeah, knock on wood.
keep those evil eyes out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man, we got you. We got your back.
You don't want no
Also-
snake eyes.
Snake eyes all over. I keep the grass short so I can see them all. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, Elsa had that one verse I remember from the Keep Dreaming song.
Mm.
And it went like, thanks to the snakes who flying high grass or rats who fly traps, I can handle curveballs without batting an eyelash.
Mm.
Players who focus on their own paper in my class, you will find anytime that I'm tested, I pass.
Mm.
So how can you harm me when your legacy has no legs and there's no arms in your army?
Yeah, that's the thing. All snakes.
I need to buy a dictionary.
Yeah.
It is very important to carry a dictionary around. Actually, I was stuck with that. How do you guys deal with like creative drought?
Creative drought?
Yeah.
Oh man. Me, I'll just choose another format.
How do you mean?
Yeah. What do you mean format?
Oh, like different medium, I guess, of expression.
So like you.
Yeah, so like
change
I
the
can
type
either
of,
write, I can either paint, I can either
Yeah, you
draw,
mean like that?
or I
The
can-
expression.
yeah,
You
I can
change the
be- yeah, I
expression.
can design.
Right.
or I can just talk, or
Yeah.
I mean,
And then that comes,
Yeah.
comes back to you being re-inspired to write
yeah,
music.
because I could be looking at something visually and then be like, oh my god, I got words for this.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And then I could be writing something, and then I'm like, oh well, I got a picture for this.
Mm.
So I'm actually just recently started building my own creative studio at home,
Yeah.
where I have like a microphone, I have like instruments there, and then I have like
Cool.
stuff to paint and drawing and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
so you have
So
a
that I
whole
have a whole
artistic
workshop,
house. Yeah, yeah,
right?
that's
And
cool.
usually my writing happens when I take the bus and stuff.
Mm.
So when I take the
That was actually the same for me when I went on when I traveled by bus before.
yeah,
Like I
I
love.
always travel by bus.
Yeah,
So I'm good.
that's
So
like
super. I get into like
yeah,
I
tunnel vision.
yeah, tunnel
And
vision
also,
folk literally, right?
and you get the free time to just
To
relax on
just
the
relax and
bus.
just
You
do
know,
that.
you don't need to focus on anything.
So creative drought usually happens when I've created a lot and I just need a break,
Yeah,
and then it's fine.
yeah.
But then again, I have right now I'm starting a new chapter in my life, so it is going to be a lot of work because I've done a lot of creative work. Now there's a lot of administration work that's going through. So I'm going back to school, going back to work properly, and all of those things. And
It's gonna be a new chapter for sure.
yeah. I just got into to confirm into school again, so it's going to be a bachelor's, then straight on to masters.
Mm.
Yeah, right.
Cool.
So yes, it's going to be a bunch, but all of the things that I've been doing creatively are part of what I'm
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
do
it's part of the journey.
administratively, right? So
How about you? How do you deal with your
No,
creative?
I read books. I need to read. I need to read because yes, that absorption of words and literacy, literacy,
literacy.
literacy. It's something that rewires my brain. But it also, as you say, I have a phase where it's just crazy amount of creativity where I just try to lock myself down to write. And now I'm talking from back in the days before, having a family and all this responsibility we have today. But yeah, when the drought comes, it always comes after you've been in on it deeply, and then I just need to take a pause, step outside of the box, and do different stuff. I love fishing, and I love being out in nature and this and that, and then come back to it. But read books, it just helps me rewire the brain and get new senses.
Yeah, I need
Yeah,
to
I,
read
I
more.
I think it's important to read
Yeah,
in
yeah.
general.
In general, it actually is. You
And I don't
can.
read nearly enough as I should.
I don't know. I don't
Something.
read as much as I should.
I don't think anybody does.
No,
So.
it's
You
just
got them
crazy.
scholars, man. They're hardcore.
Yeah, but like I'm just thinking like generationally speaking, I feel like people in general
Yeah,
don't read as much as they should.
we should.
I definitely don't read. I don't read for shit. Like
Yeah, I don't read.
It affects us differently, like because when you like, I noticed that like if I've read 1, 2 book before Little Chicago, bro, I can go at it differently, more constantly, and it's just crazy.
it, they're when you see somebody else's description and it's in paper and it's this code that you figure out and you have to visualize in your mind. There are so many things that are engaged at the same time, right?
100%.
Rather than on a visual medium, like if you're watching a movie or something, things are explained to you, they're shown to you, right? So
Yeah, exactly. So
I guess it's you're less inclined to necessarily like think
imagine,
actively what you're doing.
exactly.
I'm
When
gonna
you
pick
read
up.
the book,
I'm gonna
you
pick
create.
up a book
Yeah,
as soon
yeah.
as I get out of here.
Yeah, but it's no joke. It's no joke. I have 2 beautiful books at home. I actually have 3. One is just
Song of Fire and
six.
Ice.
It's just a book about was syllables and how to connect different words and how they sound. And then also I have
So
Creative Artist by Rick
Ruben.
Rubin.
Oh, you
I
have that,
I have that.
bro? I need to read that.
I have to read
Does it
that.
come with
I
a
have
picture of him before and after the beer?
that I actually don't
What
know.
is it before the?
I haven't read it yet, but I have it, and I'm super glad about it. And also, I have the Artist Way, which is
So you read books about creativity.
you can say that,
Yeah.
but it's also the way of navigate through the creativity.
Yeah. So they're kind of like, in a way, they're books that are like
tools
pertaining to or related to what you do.
Yeah. It's just different ways of handling your journey of
Yeah.
creativity.
So it's not just like reading classics. It's not like, oh, I read I read
like,
Dante's Inferno.
I've
or,
read that
I
too.
haven't read Dante's
like,
Inferno. Have you read Dante's Inferno?
You know, or I read the one about no, I haven't.
No,
Or
but I love
haven't
I love
either,
I love
but I
reading.
would love to.
I love reading sci-fi's and I love reading biographies. I love reading, like, of course, like in the
So,
sense of
but you say that when it comes to getting out of a creative drought,
Doesn't
are the
need to.
tools.
No, doesn't need to be those kind of
No.
self awareness books or this and that or self revelation.
Because everyone goes for like the, you know what I mean, like the art of the subtle art of giving a fuck, like those types of books,
Yeah.
right?
It's just
Anecdotal.
Have you
yes,
read that one?
yes.
Yeah, a little bit.
How is it?
What was the name of it?
Like the subtle art of not giving a fuck or something.
Yeah, the
like
subtle art of not giving by Rumi.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you read it?
I read it.
Yeah, how was it?
Beautiful.
It's a really good book, but it's like anecdotal.
Yeah,
He just kind of like tells you stories about famous people that and how they dealt with like certain conflicts that it's kind of about like the death of your ego and kind of like accepting where you're at and, and
you
something
just
like
need to
that.
let go.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful book.
It's really about not giving a fuck
Yeah,
about what other people
literally.
think.
Yeah.
It really that's really what it is.
But you know that it just to keep it simple, it is that simple. Because we as artists or whoever as human beings living in society, we have a tendency of just complicating things in our own head. 10 times worse than what it actually is. And it just limits us for whatever we're trying to do because we always get caught up in the storm of we projecting this futuristic illusion that
But
things might not happen the way we think. Things might happen the negative way and this and that. And it's so easy for us to sometimes think it would go bad rather than think this would go awesome. And whether it goes awesome or bad, I will learn and I will do it again and this and that. And I think that's like for me, like that's been a thing that took me many years to accomplish. When I was from 18, 19, it just ended up literally. You know what? Yes, I have the default of thinking about the result, but I have the blessing to not give a fuck.
right.
So I just do and I learn and okay, let's go at it again. Like,
It really is about the process, isn't it?
yeah, it is
I was
about
going to
the
say
process.
that.
Yeah,
Appreciating
it's
the
all about the
processes. So
process.
that's why I love having creating processes as well because the end result is always nice. But if you're not having fun or
Yes.
not enjoying, because it's all about being in the now, right?
Yes.
Obviously, it's like before every day in Chicago, it's like I've stopped thinking about anything else but having a great time.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? When
Yeah.
I'm there,
Hmm.
everything else but that comes second. And when you have a great time when you're there, then everybody has a great time as
Exactly.
well.
It's just
That-
natural. Yeah.
and having a great time it depends on what type of person you are.
Yeah,
Having a great time could be
100%.
learning something
Yes.
or
Observing, it could be whatever, or just
yeah. So
100%.
and I think life is like that too.
Yes.
It comes down to the choices you make.
Yeah.
And right or wrong choices. Enjoy those choices.
It learned you like the greatest lessons I've had in life is not from my success. It has been from my failures.
Most definitely.
Most 100%. Like, and I know for a fact that a lot of successful people out there would say the same. There's a million more lessons to be learned in the failures than what it is in
Yeah,
the
and
success.
I think that's why it's just important to put to like in a way develop that callous thick skin that allows you to put yourself out there in challenging situations
Yeah.
and be try to be as comfortable in the uncomfortable as you can.
Yes.
Right?
But
And
how do you
sometimes-
get it? By doing it. That's the thing.
That's the only way you
That's
can-
the only
that's
way
the
you
only
can
way.
get that thick skin, and that's why we're gonna say what we're speaking about to all of you.
On the
You
13th.
need yes, but in general in life, you need to step outside of your own fucking
Ja,
head.
så alle dere norske MC-rappere, kom til lille Chicago, det er et hjem for dere her.
Yes.
Vi vil høre dere rappe, det er så
Ja.
mye bra.
And if not, bara låt oss fucking se dig
Ja.
och connect och låt oss snacka.
Pull up!
Yes.
Because vi prøver å bygge noe sammen her.
Norwegian?
Og vi vil ha dere involvert. Okay? Smile away.
He
Smile away,
knows he's not allowed to speak Norwegian.
He can do whatever he wants.
If you
but
are
prefer
if you have if you have an accent and you don't come to Little Chicago because they will make fun of you and they
No, it's
and
just
they,
it's
if you are an immigrant and you have an accent
It's just
when you talk,
I'm an
they're gonna
immigrant.
send you back.
I'm an
But you
immigrant.
know, but you know,
I'm an immigrant too, but it's just you. It's just you.
he speaks nicely. It's okay.
I mean, that's
It's
not
just different. It's just different.
Bro, nah, it's hilarious. Okay, what do you mean different? It's hilarious when you speak. Can you do us the honor?
No.
Come on. He needs to drink water first. Okay, let it go.
No, it's fire.
But 13th of August at Pappa Bar is gonna be Little Chicago season start. We're gonna give out free food for all you people. We're gonna have giveaways. We're gonna have beautiful sessions with the band and MCs.
You already know.
As I said, either you come as a spectator, an observer, and or you just come as a part of the family because we love everybody, whatever level.
Yeah,
you are.
and don't forget, you don't know the beauty of going out on a Tuesday, bro. You actually get to go out and
that's crazy.
meet people, enjoy. And most of the time, you actually remember what happened. Because I've noticed, like, when people go out on weekends, they don't remember what happened.
I think that's a Norwegian thing too.
I didn't want to go there, but I'm just saying. Well, I'm just saying, like Tuesday, you actually remember what happened because you come from work. You know, you want to relax. You get to do that here,
and you don't want to drink too much because
yeah,
you're going up the next day.
Tomorrow, yeah, we all have to go to work. I personally.
Also, the other thing is like you don't really need to drink in order to enjoy a night.
Nah,
on the Chicago? No, I'm proof of that.
You actually are. I'm actually very proud of you. That's crazy. For me, it was like the first Little Chicago I came back now after surgery. I didn't drink, no nothing, and I was actually happy about that. I was like, damn, it works fine. And then now the last one, we had it, and we talked and we rapped about the whiskey, and all of a sudden I see Bjorn with 8 glasses.
That was legendary.
That was
legendary.
That was dope.
That was legendary. Imagine how I feel, right? I'm in the middle of my thing, then whiskey comes out there, and I'm like looking. Did you come and wanted the whiskey?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but it was too late. I gave it to somebody else.
That's fine.
I don't remember who I gave it to.
Tumo was like, "What is this? What is this? I don't know if I like it." I'm like, "Give it to me, motherfucker!" Like, if you don't like it, take it. Like. But
that's the beauty of it as well, because it needs to be at least for me, it needs to be a place where you can come and you can be yourself. And I've made a choice to not partake in any of those things anymore, and that's a personal choice.
But it's a good one. It's actually.
But you feel it, right?
Yeah, because I have to say I've been feeling it for a long while, and of course I understood the whole bigger picture of it. But then I saw Russ. He was on a podcast where he was talking about.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, go. Don't leave a dookie, please. Close the door if you can leave a dookie. Boom boom train. He's gonna look how he's walking. He's holding it in. Anyway, so what I saw was he was actually talking about like the problem when you are in any way in any form intoxicated before doing a show, and let's say that show is awesome. You're gonna subconsciously think that was not really you. It was the substance that was in you, and you will relate to that in the sense of I need to have this in order to be this.
Yeah, habits.
Yeah. And I was like, when I heard that, I was like, I just got all my thoughts confirmed. I was like, that's so right, because you know me, first thing I do on Little Chicago, Henny or whatever, and it's just like, and that has for a very long time given me the groove to just let loose and perform. But then like I was like when I was after the surgery, I just gradually stopped and everything. I stopped, and then I came back and I didn't do anything on the first one. I was like, damn, that was actually very dope.
Yeah, you felt that, right?
Yeah,
and felt the synergy too. Obviously, you were missed. Shout out to both of my co-hosts, both Kate for pulling up.
That was dope.
Thank you for pulling up for not here. Thank you guys. But when Sean came back, that's the dynamic duo.
That was it was fun to be with you again.
Yeah, man, and you felt your presence because I mean I can only hold it down as far as I can do, but like we were missing Shine, and it was felt when you came back, and when you were away, I had to
do way more.
I had to be you. You were obviously behind the scenes doing all of the promo stuff with me and stuff and all of those things, but when it came to the day, I had to be. I had to hold it down, and I felt like that went well. We held it down. It was nice vibes every single time. That was the problem, but you were missed. That's what I'm trying to say.
But it was wonderful to come back
and then doing it the way you did.
It gave me clarity in the sense of like, no, I don't need substance. I do not need substance, but
you can have if you want.
But but I don't want to feel like I need to have it. But yeah. We've been meeting for on the latest jam sessions and this and that, and sometimes the vibes can get a little bit out of control. But you know what I'm saying? We keep it on the low low.
Yeah, I
But
forget about
yeah. Yeah. No, it's a wonderful thing to do, to rock the stage in a sober, because then you can actually take 100% credit for
Yeah,
what you're doing.
which I want,
And
which I
yeah.
love doing. Right?
Yeah. That was
And
that was legit, and I got that shit confirmed. So I'm
yeah,
very
man.
blessed about that.
Yeah.
So as long as Björna is not gonna come with whiskeys or drinks, I'm gonna try not to.
Don't ruin it for everybody else. You can definitely
No.
It's
Come
just
out
that
with whiskey. Like
yeah,
if
I
it
want to
comes,
take that in because if I can elaborate on how I feel about it, it's like when I'm on stage, I give a lot of energy out, and that energy just give it back, and that in itself is more than enough. Like it's a lot more. You feel it a lot more
Yeah.
when
you're in it,
when you're in it,
Yeah.
right? Because every little impulse
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
actually take and use for something, and
You're
then you
not-
notice a bunch of
yes,
different things as
yeah,
well,
Yeah,
right?
you're
Because
more conscious. Of
yeah, yeah,
You're not numb. You're
yeah,
not
in
numb
any
to
way,
any way.
in any way. So all your senses are sharpened.
Yes,
You
yes,
listen,
yes,
you
yes,
move
yes.
better.
Yeah.
Obviously, people know this. So and for me, I always want to put on the best performance I can. So and that enables me to do that.
Yeah.
I've been celebrating my life up until now. Up until now, it's been a huge celebration. I've been on vacation most of my life, so now I'm actually gonna go back to work properly, and all of those things.
You wash your hands.
Yeah, I'm gonna go too. So come on, Daniel, take them.
Hey guys, we've been recording for more than 2 hours.
No freaking way. We have.
Chris,
Yeah,
what does it say on the camera?
1 hour 11 minutes.
Yeah, because the timing of this one, I don't know why it says. I've been noticing that too.
Oh,
It
okay.
says
Yes,
like,
it's like
I was like, damn, they will
Yeah.
record because the session with Shannon was like 4 hours. I was like, huh?
Oh,
Then I came home. It was like 1.5. Yeah, but what we were talking about
Yeah.
was how you say sobriety.
yeah.
Yeah. So not yeah, the podcast with this Russ. Like I've been feeling it for a long while, but then Russ confirmed it when he said like uh, when you take take any kind of substance, whatever it is, before your show, and then you go and having a really dope show,
Yeah.
you will subconsciously feel that
That you need that.
that you did that it wasn't 100% you, that you need this in order to be that,
Yeah.
and it will just fuck with your mentality a little bit. And I felt like the first Little Chicago, when I came back, I was all sober in the sense, didn't drink or nothing. It was wonderful, even though it wasn't the best performance. It was just I owned it, and it was fun. It was very fun.
I think it's good to
Practice that.
yeah, every now and then just like self-control,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah,
to be able to
yeah.
like to know that okay, well I don't necessarily need this in order to have
Exactly.
fun.
To have fun, and that's also the problem. Like I think that the generation we live in today, they suffer that confidence of being able to go out without any kind of substance.
You think so? I also feel like this generation is being a lot on that like sobriety thing.
Yeah, you feel that is vice versa.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it's different circles.
I think like it's the other way around.
What would you say?
I've met more people, younger people now that drink less.
Yeah, but even if it's less or whatever it is, it's still that like it's the need to have something in the system in order to be comfortable to.
But it's always been a thing since alcohol culture has been
But
Yeah, I mean that's how people party.
Yeah.
I'm not saying. I'm saying I'm from a performance as a performer.
Yeah, we took it to the general, like
To the
yes,
general public?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, like going out.
I feel like this generation is a little bit more sober than you.
I mean, I don't know because I'm not in there. But from what I've heard, is wild out here.
yeah,
Like
it's
younger
like,
people.
like
But I feel like it's probably just because they go through it a little bit earlier.
Yeah, because everything, because
So they choose
we got the
to-
internet now, right? So everybody knows where everything is. Everybody can get a hold of anything.
and
pretty
now
much at
it's
this age.
easy. Like, bro, back in the days, it was like you had phones Like if you were
Right,
selling
that's right.
drugs and this and
Yeah,
that,
that's
you were
right.
having phones on phones. You needed to be linked up with one that was
You
linked
have
up
to
with
be
the person,
especially
and
interested
then
in that.
maybe you got
Yeah.
good word to get his number. Nowadays, people fucking promote
On, on,
on Snapchat.
Snap, bro.
I was like, bro, what the fuck? You know, like shit gets stored,
Crazy.
right? Like
We don't know anybody that does that personally, but yeah.
yeah, I don't know. No. Anyway, but it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy how available everything
Yeah,
is. And
it is.
and you know, people are different, right? So you will always have those people that get exposed to stuff, and then they're like, okay, this is what it is, and then I'm not gonna be about that life. And then
It's
you,
crazy how quick they get exposed to that life. I'm fucking afraid. My daughter, she's 1 year old now. All of a sudden, when she's gonna become what 13, 12,
yeah, it's
I'm
in
gonna
your
hear a
face.
crazy story about what they do.
Yeah, because there's
how
not a lot of parents don't even have like a child locks. You can't block anybody out from the internet, so they're one swipe away from like the crazy shit ever made. And oh my god, it's wild times. We love to be here though,
yeah,
but it's wild times.
it
There's
is wild
nothing
times.
you can do other than just tell them the truth about what's
Tell them the truth. Like, don't fucking, don't.
because somebody will if you don't.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the problem. Like I remember from my younger days, it was like when you read the school books about whatever substance, drugs, whatever, and like bro, they were talking a lot of shit, and it was just like blasphemy on blasphemy on blasphemy, and the teachers was just going at it, and like, and then all of a sudden, I'm not gonna lie, like I've experienced life, I've done a lot of stuff, and then all of a sudden, when I came up to age and I tried it myself, like for instance, marijuana and this and that, what?
No, what they were telling us about stuff.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly, and I was
that's
just like, why did it lie like that? Like because like they literally
my only
said,
strife, along with strife or gripe, how what word? My only problem with growing up is that you know you got stuff that is legal, and then people assume legal is all right, right? And it's like, bro,
come on.
alcohol is the worst,
If alcohol would come now, it would be illegal.
the worst.
It's the worst.
What that does,
If
to
you-
you, and that's the only bit my problem. I'm like, yo, this is way worse.
Bro, I come into some arguments with people where they start to talk about, yeah, but marijuana is this, is killed, this, is that. Where the fuck have you heard that marijuana has ever killed anybody? No, but I read it. No, you have never read it. Some idiot that have not read it either told you that people died from it. Nobody yet to this day has ever died from consumption of weed. Never. How many people die from alcohol? How many violent acts are due to
And I'm not
alcohol
even gonna.
consumption?
And for me,
Rapes.
this all comes down to people, right?
Yeah.
It comes down to people and their choices. I'm not gonna bash anybody who drinks or anybody who
No,
smokes
no,
and stuff
no,
like
no,
that.
no, no.
But it comes down to how people perceive things. So people are like, yeah, I can abuse this because this is legal. That's what it comes down
That
to.
it actually does.
That's what it
And
comes
they
down to.
justify like
Yeah,
they
but
justify
being
that
legal.
like,
That's my
bro,
problem
it's just
with it.
crazy.
But just because it's legal does not mean you should abuse that.
No, and it's just crazy. And but that's their argument. And if you actually sit down and argue with somebody that don't know shit besides the academical part, the academical aspect about it, it all comes down to weed is illegal
Yeah.
and this is legal. That's why it's
One
okay.
shouldn't abuse anything,
No.
right?
Even water
but
can
shame-
kill you.
Bro, anything can kill you,
Yeah.
most likely. But like don't shame people for doing something you don't really quite understand
No.
just because you are on the right side of the law on this one
Exactly.
thing.
That's
You know
some
what I'm saying?
judgmental shit.
Yeah.
And don't be like that. We don't
Because
fuck with
I
that shit.
mean, there are.
But
I'm
it
just
is addictive, though.
Weed?
As in, like, not necessarily the thing itself, but the act of it.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying,
Bro,
But that's what I'm
eating
saying.
sugar.
But that's what I'm
is
saying.
more
It comes down to
addictive.
people and the choices.
No, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like you also need to acknowledge that just because it's not necessarily that bad for you is not good for, like, 100%.
Let's say like this: smoking weed once in a while is not a biggie.
But
More
but
if
I
you
don't think that's
drinking
what
a
I'm saying
beer,
because
that's
I agree with both. I think we all agree here. It's all about approach. you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
and then it's all about not abusing.
I think
Yeah,
it's just all
anything.
about moderation.
Yeah,
exactly.
but that's what I'm saying.
You can abuse
Yeah, you can
whatever
abuse.
it
Yeah,
is,
your
whatever.
partner.
Yeah,
Like,
you can abuse water. You can like you can literally die from overconsumption of water. Did you know that?
yeah.
That's no
Because
joke.
that's when you open your mouth and you're like underwater, and then there's so much water coming in.
No, but actually, you can if you drink too much
Yeah.
water on a
It's
daily
bad for you.
basis, you need to go. You get water intoxication,
Yeah,
and you need to get pumped. Otherwise, you will die.
No, I've heard about it. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, no. There are a lot.
But
Everything.
if we say like this, how many people doesn't die
If
every
you don't
year
shower,
by
you.
sugar?
Yeah. No, I mean, there's so many.
Sugar
But
triggers the
well,
same part in the brain like cocaine. So
luckily we live in a country with a very high sugar tax, don't we?
what
Sugar
you say?
tax.
Yeah, there's a sugar tax here in Norway.
Yeah,
So
because that helps so much by raising the price on sugar. Yeah, on candy. It's so expensive because we need to save the people. That's a
I don't
fucking
know.
bullshit.
I don't know. I mean, like,
That's a safe shit.
well,
They
like
just
we don't
make
have
more
an
money.
obesity problem the same way they do in the States or in Mexico, for instance.
Let's Chicago
I don't want to
podcast.
get political like that, but it's just like, if you like think about it, maybe.
What? How you mean now with the
Well, like we don't have an obesity problem the same way other countries do.
No, thank
You
God.
don't. You say you don't have obesity here in Norway?
We do have obesity, but I'm
Yeah,
not saying it's not as bad as of a problem as say Mexico, for instance.
Let's say like this.
It's
I
like
think they eat
Does
less.
Mexico have obesity?
Yeah,
problem?
yeah.
That's wild, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's like worse in the States. Statistically.
Nah.
Is it because of what they eat?
But then it's because what they eat because it's a lot of fried food. Like they
I don't
fry
know.
the-
Do you know why?
Me?
Yeah.
No, but like sweets.
Yeah.
It's sweets. It's street food. There's not a sugar tax. Right here, there's a sugar tax. Like the government regulates what we can eat, and there are like positive and
Yeah,
negative
but
aspects to it.
yeah.
But I'd say that the proof is there, right? Like we don't have the same obesity, like percentage
but
wise.
But I've heard that I don't know if it's true or not, but there's a lot of other shit that's very much more high here than in other countries. Like we have a high amount of cancer here compared to other countries.
But it's also because of the salt.
Salt
Yeah, because Norwegian cuisine is just a bunch of salt.
depends on what kind of salt, but yeah, there's good salt.
Also salty.
Yeah,
Shout out to Norwegian cuisine.
no,
I'm
no
joking.
shout out
That's
to
not
Norwegian
even true.
cuisine.
I like it. What?
No shout
What?
out
You never
to
have
Norwegian-
kumpe? Like kumle? That shit is so
Come
fire, bro. Foricol? That shit is
Bro,
fire.
what
For-
happened is that 1800 somebody came up with kumle or what the fuck is called,
That shit is
and
fire.
that was when the people stopped developing more different.
I don't
foods
care what
like
you
that.
say. I have me plate. Like I have lapskaus.
Yeah.
I like that.
Is lapskaus
I'm not.
Is lapskaus Norwegian?
That's
Yeah.
the thing. Like,
But
it's
isn't that universal?
Yeah, I think
I
they
guess
took
so,
it from
yes.
like the. I'm not saying. I feel like the thing that's been Norwegian is what potato and fish.
Bro, I don't mind.
But you could say that about a lot of countries in Europe that don't
That's
have
what I'm saying.
access to. Like,
I'm not saying that the Swedish cuisine is only Swedish, 100%. Like we all been invaded by the Vikings, like we all been raped by the Vikings. So it's like we
We is crazy. I'm just.
I like the sandwich cake. I like that.
Oh, that's
Sandwich-
Swedish. Yeah.
sandwich cake?
Yeah. We actually in Sweden we have something called smörgåstårta. It's we have three different kinds. We have one with fish and salmon. No, actually not. Yeah, salmon, smoked salmon. And then we have another one with roast beef and remoulade. And then we have another one which with ham and different stuffings. But I'm telling you, it's very good. If it's not,
What's it called at Swedish? Sandwich cake.
no, smörgåstårta. It's
Okay.
actually on straight translation.
It's
It's
a sandwich cake.
sandwich cake. It sounds weird when you say that, but smörgåstårta.
Yeah, but like,
It's
It's a cake.
it's
You eat it like a
literally
cake.
you have layers of white toast bread.
yeah, and then you cut
And
it
you,
up.
yeah, you have layers. You put on a tray like this, and then you have like mayonnaise, and then you have salmon, and then you have another layer of bread, and then you have
Yeah,
spagenröra, for
that's fine.
instance. And then it's like 4 layers with different toppings,
Yeah.
and then you slice it like a cake
It's like culture.
for the fucking culture.
It is like.
I actually want to make. I know Björn would love that because
You
he
guys-
has it in the blood. But we can make it on
I
a
want to
little
be a
Chicago.
dick or anything, but I have to though.
Yeah, bro.
You have to go?
We've been here for 2 hours, though, haven't we?
No, yeah.
We've been here since 3.
Oh, it's tripping.
It's tripping. So we've been here for one and something.
Probably like almost 1.5 hours, I think.
Yeah, you really need to go?
I really need to go because I have to go to work today and stuff, so I have to get ready.
You have to work.
Okay.
Yeah, I work today. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
From 6 to 11.
Proud of you.
No, that's nice. But the 13th
Yeah, remember
The
the 13th, guys.
of
Yes.
August.
13th
Then
of August, we're back.
13th of August. Then remember to not only come here, but also check out all the other different venues that are offering similar concepts to this.
Yeah.
You have the juke joint. You have the new industry.
Yeah, man.
You have whatever Chinese cooking up on the
Whatever
same day
Chinese
as the
cooking up.
new industry.
Which is gonna be
And then-
Pappa.
So it's gonna be yes.
Yeah, and then and not only that, you also have what is it, like Jasputet,
Yeah.
and
There's a lot
You
of different
have-
venues. Why
so-
do you have more?
There's a
Right,
bit
you-
more. And we
Buena Vista, Bergen Vista
Buena
Social
Vista
Club.
And then all of those bibliothèque has a bunch of things. So I think that's where the juke is.
That is where
Yeah.
both jazz and
Jazz
juke
and
joint is.
juke is going to be. So that's no problem. And everybody else who has concepts in town following our podcast, let us know. So we can come to your events as well, because
100%.
obviously we can't do everything, but we'll
No.
try. And then if you want to come on our podcast and talk about your stuff, because we would love to, and everybody else who's doing podcasts and want us to come on their podcast, or
Let's
wanna
link
come-
up.
Let's link up.
Also, there are a bunch
Me
of
and Shine want to unite the city. I
That
said,
is 100%.
and Daniel, right? You
And
with
Dan-
us?
Yeah, are you with us?
You with us?
Are you like
no,
He-Man?
I'm
No,
not
He-Man.
He-Man. Yeah.
Until
we meet again.
So we're gonna end it right there.
Yes.
This has been Pappa Paul, Shine in your mama's house. Lily Chicago podcast. Cue in outro music.